John Sewell, Engearment.com podcast. Welcome back to another quick 20-minute episode. I'm going to catch you up on what we're working on in the future, what we're working on currently, and what we've just done in the last 5 or 6 weeks since the last podcast. Right now, the main thing on my mind is at the end of this month, April 2022, I'm really honored and excited to get to work with Pavel, Brett Jones, and Fabio Zonin for the upcoming seminar we're hosting here in Denver at our gym, Axistence Athletics Platte Park. And then the day before, I'll be hosting the leadership summit at our gym as well. And my job there is to put together the audio and video and run the virtual meeting for everybody around the world who can't attend in person. So very grateful and very honored for these opportunities, not only to do what I love, but to do with people I admire and respect so much, and help all of my sisters and brothers in StrongFirst as well in the process. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you in person as well as virtually here in a few weeks. And so that's a lot of fun. That's open to anybody who wants to attend. It is professional education in the fitness realm, and you get to learn from some of the best in the world at this. So looking forward to that. All right, let me try and catch you up on reviews that we have done and what we're working on in the future. Since the last time we had a podcast, the episodes hit number 1 in Nepal, which is quite an awesome honor. That blows my mind. Number 1 in any country is awesome, but Nepal, that's really meaningful. I'm super excited about that. All right, gear reviews. We've been working with Smith on quite a few reviews. Most recently, the Smith 4D Mag goggle. This is their highest end goggle. It's a very high-end goggle in general, very higher price point too. And it has removable lenses using magnets, hence the mag word. But the coolest part about these goggles is they curve at the bottom of the field of view to increase your vision or opportunity to see through the goggles. It's pretty awesome stuff. Patagonia sent over the Tough Pant. This is more of a fly fisherman insulated pant, but I like to use puffy pants when I'm camping in cold weather. We've been camping in temperatures down to negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit, testing gear that I'll cover here in the reviews. And one of my tactics I use to safely and comfortably handle those temperatures is wearing insulated pants. And the Tough Pants, I think, are probably my most favorite insulated pants I've tested yet. They're synthetic, not down, so I actually spilt a whole liter of water on them, and it was good to go. And they pack up relatively small for synthetic, and they're just very, very comfortable and functional. Mountain Hardwear, the Boundary Ridge glove. This is their highest end glove. Pitard's leather, aerogel based, Primaloft gold with cross-core technology, just a really high-end gauntlet style glove. Qualitree, we've done quite a bit of work with Qualitree. In fact, we just received a package from them for their Kickstarter they're running on their sun shirt, so stay tuned for that. This one is on their Whistler windbreaker, which has self-repairing material. So if you catch it on a rock or a stick or a thorn, you just rub it together and it self-heals. Mind-boggling. Recycled materials. A lot of stuff Qualitree makes is made from coffee grounds, which is just very resourceful. Mirror, speaking of resourceful, we love Mirror. We have 2 projects we're working on with them. The Tomo, which is a thermos with an additional lid. Very attractive thermos, 18.8 stainless steel, vacuum insulated, all the good things. It's nice. Kuat, super high-end bike and ski racks. Our man Modest Cecil, reviewed the Kuat Grip 4 ski rack. It's sleek, it's attractive, it's extremely functional. It's the first time I've seen this design where the tray slides out so you don't get covered in mag chloride and dirt and snow as you get your skis or snowboards out. Very cool. He does a great review going in how it works, how he set it up, and what he likes about it. Written and video review. Hestra. So we worked with Hestra in person. We toured their facilities a couple months ago. Really enjoyed the opportunity to do that and test out a lot of their gloves. They sent over a pair of gloves from their work line. This is the Winter Pro WP glove. And this is kind of funny because I got in a little bit, I don't want to say heat, but I think I took it in an angle that they did not anticipate, because their gloves are higher end gloves, $120 to $200 price range on average. Very well made gloves. If you know Hestra, you know it's what Cody Townsend uses. Yeah, you've probably seen one of the ski slopes. They're legit. They're so well made. And so they have a work line. and they have a bike line, and they have different lines of gloves, not just ski gloves and snowboard gloves. So they sent over a pair from the work line, and I liked them so much I use them for splitboarding and winter camping and stuff, and they're only $40. And so I mentioned that the $40 Hestra gloves performed, I seem to think, as well as the $140 pair of gloves. And of course, they appreciated that and also didn't appreciate that I'm pointing to a lower priced thing. But I wanted to be honest with all you guys because the $40 gloves are really good. There's probably some differences between the 140 and the 40, but it was just kind of funny to go into that. And everything's good with Hestra and us. We're all good. But, sometimes that happens. Up next is a company I love working with, Kuat. I just love what Kuat does. Kuhl. Most of my clothing I wear is from Kuat. They sent over the Escape 25-liter backpack. Wow. It's my new favorite backpack, which is saying a lot. It usurped the Patagonia Black Hole, which I've been using for years, and I love that backpack still. I recommend it in a heartbeat. And it is quite a bit more for the Escape from Kuat, but it's just, the layout is awesome. The functionality is waterproof. It's burly. It carries my tripod, water bottles, cameras, laptop, iPad mini, all the things with ease. It's awesome. I have a review on that. Ultra Lone Peak 6. Our East Coast brother, Andrew Piotrowski, has a great detailed review on the Lone Peak 6. They're great shoes. I'll let Andrew tell you all about it in the written and video review. But I want to give a big shout out to Andrew. This guy, I met him 4 years ago. He had a blog on, he called it Flatlander Splitboarding, and he asked me to come on there and talk about conditioning for splitboarding in the mountains. And he's over in the East Coast in Chesapeake Bay area. And he's still an avid splitboarder, which is really impressive. But his health and fitness, he is next level. He does ultra marathons, 24-hour races. He's very inspiring. And he just had a daughter a few months ago. So the fact he's doing all of this, running a full-time job and supporting his daughter and wife is just awesome. He's a great guy. Look into him. His reviews are always top-notch and very thorough and detailed. Thermarest Parsec 0 degree sleeping bag. So I've been using this all winter, and I think it just came out maybe a couple weeks ago. It's a very nice high lofting winter camping bag. And I actually spilt that liter of water I mentioned with the Patagonia pants. I was in this sleeping bag when I spilt a whole liter of water, and I was wet, but the sleeping bag wasn't wet because it's got waterproof down. So I got out of my rooftop tent, shook the bag out, dumped all the water out, and was it -5 or was it 0 degrees Fahrenheit? It was cold, and you don't want to be cold, and you don't want to be wet in the cold. That's dangerous. Did all right, wearing the puffy pants and using the Parsec 0 degree bag. Good to go. My man Ryan Humphreys, my brother from another mother, he owns and runs the Axistence Athletics location I train out of here in Denver. I see him every Monday through Friday, just swapping smiles and stories and helping people with their health and fitness. It's a dream come true. He does great reviews as well. He has one on the Swift Wick Flight XT socks, so check that out. Another colleague from Axistence Athletics, one of our newer riders, Luke Cunningham, Purple Heart recipient, awesome guy, and a bow hunter. So he's testing out the Kuyu Kenai hooded jacket. So I'm a big fan of Kuyu, and I love doing reviews with them. However, I'm not a bow hunter, and as they are targeting more hunter audience, I figured I would pass that torch on to Luke to do, because he's an avid hunter, especially bow hunter. He's just a hardcore human, and I think he's more in line with representing those reviews for Kuyu better. So he has a great review up on the hooded Kenai jacket. Honestly, when it came in, it was so nice that I wanted to keep it for myself and do the review, but because it's got drop pockets. It's basically like a nano wear in a matte color with drop pockets. It's awesome. So check out his review. Outdoor Research Helium Ascent Shell Jacket. This is a really nice jacket. It's a backpacking ultralight style jacket as far as being minimalist and small and packable, but it is full on mountaineering capable. It's a great combination of both. When they were designing it, they used it on K2, so that doesn't get much more hardcore than that. Yet it still looks like and packs up like it would be for backpacking. So very hardcore, very durable, and very versatile jacket. I used it for the last few months to go splitboarding and winter camping, and it's been fantastic. They use a Pertex Diamond Fuse material, which has this pattern and is ripstop material that's just extremely durable while being lightweight. And then they merge that with the Outdoor Research proprietary Ascent Shell waterproof breathable membrane, 3-layer membrane. So you get mountaineering, alpinist jacket at the backpacking weight that is at a very fair price point for what it is. It's very high end, and I really enjoy that. So we've been working with North Face since, for many, many years, but specifically since our last meeting in Colorado in person with them and their athletes. And these next two things aren't out yet that I'm going to tell you about, but we have a video up on, and once they do come out, I'm sure that everybody's going to jump on these videos and be like, oh, that's how it fits. Those are the functions and features. So don't get too excited because you can't purchase these yet, but we got content up for next winter already. So this is the North Face Kosovo hoodie. This would be a lot like that Kuat jacket I just mentioned. It's an active insulation jacket. It's quiet. It stretches very well. Basically, it's like a Patagonia nanowear, but North Face. And it has less pockets. And I don't usually use a mid-layer when touring, going up a mountain for splitboarding, but I did probably 25, 30 times with this jacket. It breathes very well. And the fit is really nice. I actually use a size large. Usually I'm extra large in jackets. And I used it under the next jacket, the North Face Stimson jacket. The Stimson replaces the Freethinker, which we have a review on, and I love the Freethinker. As far as I can tell, they didn't change anything with the Stimson. Thank goodness. So that will be the replacement for that tried and true Freethinker jacket. Exped Dura 5 Duo 2-person sleeping pad. Dura is a new line from Exped, Durable, and which is really cool because one of the very first videos we shot was for an Exped tent. I think it was the Gemini or the Orion, like 7 or 8 years ago, and that was like almost 1,000 videos ago. We actually hit 1,000 videos last week. I didn't even know it, but we have 1,000 video reviews up on our YouTube channel. That's a major accomplishment. And it's not just me, it's our Engearment team that's helped do that. So appreciate everybody on the team. So Exped started to reach out to us to work on a lot of stuff moving forward, which I'm really stoked on. And it's nice to plant a seed on doing something to earn the trust and respect of a company. And then they catch on and they're like, yeah, we like what you're doing. Let's work together. Case in point, Exped. So this is their 2-person Dura sleeping pad. I have that review up, and I use that in conjunction with the Parsec 0 degree sleeping pad and those Patagonia puffy pants to camp in some pretty hardcore winter conditions, like I was mentioned earlier. And then the pillow I used was the Thermarest compressible pillow. This is a new updated version. I still have the older ones. I love them. They're so good. I'm like, how are you going to improve on this? Well, they found a way. They made it adjustable stiffness or softness, depending on how you want to look at it. And they added an extra layer of padding on the top. So I've been testing out a prototype for the last few months. And I had the review up on that. Those just came out this spring for 2022. Recommend them for sure for car or truck camping. And then Muir, back to them, Climate Plus Collection. I've been testing this for a few months, and I had to hold off on an embargo until April 1st to launch the video. And I'm a really big fan of these because they're eco-friendly. Of course, they have the giving code on the bottom, which is fantastic. But what I like is they're 25% lighter and less space. So they pack up smaller for the same amount of volume of liquid, and they're lighter weight. Love that. That'll make a lot of people very, very happy. All right, the Chili Sleep Dock Pro sleep system and the Chili Plus or Chili Pad Pro. So we've been using the Uller and previous to that the Chili Cube the last couple of years. We even did an interview with Terry Youngblood, the co-founder of Chili Sleep, and learned a lot about the science of sleep and how to I don't say hack it, but best practices for sleeping well. And so I like to sleep cold, as you probably have gathered, especially in this podcast. And so on our original Chili pads, I kept it at about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. This new Chili Pad Pro is so efficient, it's 5 times stronger, is what they say on paper, that I had to bump it up several degrees because it was so cold. And they told me that, they're like, this new system is going to freeze out a lot of people. Not a bad thing. You can adjust the temperature. So I just simply adjusted mine up. It's a very nice system. It's a step up even from the Uller in price and performance. So we have a detailed review on that and a discount code. This is when in doubt, put an Engearment and a number when you're checking out. There's a decent chance you'll get a discount. In this case, you put in Engearment 10 at checkout. You'll get 10% off the new Dock Pro and Chili Pad Pro. You put in Engearment 15, you'll get 15% off the Uller system. You put in Engearment 25 and you'll get 25% off the Chili Cube system. That's going to save out a lot of money for a lot of people. All right, we're rounding things out. This is good. Allbirds. I've been wanting to work with Allbirds for a while. Over Thanksgiving, I met with my cousin, Dr. Andrew Kirchhoff. He's a doctor, as the name suggests, also a research scientist. He's on his feet all the time, and he's in San Francisco. He recommended Allbirds, and so I reached out to him about a month ago. They sent over these shoes, the Tree Dasher 2, and I was so impressed that within 15 minutes, I went out and purchased 2 more pairs, the Tree Runner and the Wool Runner, which I just shot a video on. They'll be out next week. Really, really good shoes. I don't have a discount code for you. Sorry, that they're great. You'll see in their video review. Love them. Back to Patagonia. We are testing out, my wife is actually testing out the Refugio Daypack 26 liter. It's a great all-around 26 liter backpack. She loves it. They sent over like a purple and teal's our wedding color, so she's super happy. It does all the things you want to, carries water bottle, all this stuff for school or for the office. Has a removable laptop and iPad sleeve or whatever kind of tablet you have. I don't care what you have. It'll accommodate your tablet and laptop. And however, towards the end of the video, I compare it to the Black Hole, which is my favorite, like I mentioned earlier, Patagonia backpack. And for $50 more, I think the Black Hole is my first choice. But my wife loves this Refugio so much, and I know a lot of people will like it more. It just looks more like a regular backpack. The Black Hole looks different and doesn't always take the shape if it's not packed out all the way. So, to each their own. Now here's a fun one for you. Well, it was a fun one for me especially. Westin Ridgeline Splitboard. About a month and a half ago, I get a text from Sean Eno over at Westin. He's like, "Hey, Sean Sewell, let's go over to Jones Pass and can you show me Sean's run?" Which is where I go do a lot of stuff, camping and testing stuff. And I was super honored. I love hanging out with Sean. He's a great guy. He's a father. Got a second kid on the way here in a few weeks. So I meet up with him and I get there. He's like, "Hey, you want to test out a Splitboard today for us?" "Yeah, of course. Let's do it." So we're transitioning my Phantom setup over to the Westin Splitboard, and it's got this beautiful graphic on there from a Native American artist, Vernon Key, who's a vet as well. Great story about him. We'll have an interview with him and Will Rickards here soon. So I just figured I'd be testing out the Splitboard and walking and talking with Sean and my friend Yosef and their writer and Will Rickards. And we're having a good old time, and the day's over and I'm taking my stuff off the Splitboard to give back to him and take back to Westin headquarters. And he's like, No. We made that for you. We've been working together for years and you've never asked for anything. We just simply made this for you. Enjoy it. So I got all teary-eyed and grateful. And so this Splitboard, the Ridgeline, you can buy the current one right now with the regular graphics. This one will be out the fall of 2022. Beautiful graphics. Again, a Native American artist. He's a vet. Just awesome story behind him and the new artwork for Westin's lineup. So that was really awesome. And it's just fun, again, to plant these seeds with these companies just because we like what they're doing. And then you never know, a day later, 5 years later, 8 years later with Exped, they reach out to work together, and we're very grateful for those opportunities. All of us here at Engearment, not just me. So other things we're working on, like I mentioned, Allbirds, the Tree Runner, the Wool Runner will be up soon. Decker's X-Lab shoes. Of course, more stuff from Patagonia. A Roller 8 setup. Oh, we have a new rider, Brian Mack, one of my good friends. He helped us do the Beacon Bash with Way Lancaster and Will Coleman and Westin. And he's been testing stuff out on the side with us and camping with him and his kids and his dog Rizzo all the time. Just a great guy. And he brought up a really good opportunity. He's guiding this year in the backcountry, so he's really using up a lot of gear. And he had the idea we're camping and having some beers. Like, hey, I'd like to test out some stuff for Engearment. So we brought him on this week. Super excited to work with him. He'll be testing out the next year's Spark Surge R&D bindings. Spark R&D Surge bindings. I misspoke. And so super stoked to have him on them because he's super hardcore. Gonna have some great reviews specifically on splitboarding and camping stuff. So look forward to working with Brian Mack. And I believe that catches you up right at 20 minutes. All right. I want to thank all of you for listening and viewing and support over the years. We all appreciate it. All the 41 riders and myself here at Engearment and our families and our pets. We love doing what we do. And if there's any companies you'd like us to look into, let us know. Send me an email, sean@engearment.com. Again, just appreciate your support so much. Lots of great things to look forward to, working with great companies and serving your interests. Until next time, take care.